Hi y'all, welcome with Deeping with Jesus. Come along with me as I start this series called The Shift. It's I'm reading it off of the Bible app. I have decided to share this devotional with you because I feel a lot of people go through something like similar to this and similar to what I'm trying to do. These videos are to help, to encourage myself to speak boldly about my faith and boldly about things that I see in my daily life that I call God lessons. So come along with me, grab a drink, grab a chair, and come along with me and Roadrunner. That's the name of my Jeep, to talk about our Lord and to get comfortable talking. Because that's always fun, right? Especially when you're a shy person like me and chasing squirrels in the head. So today the memory verse is Deuteronomy 31:12. Well, 31, chapter 31, verse 6. I will get it right eventually. I was reading the top of it. Be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth with thee. He will not fail thee nor forsake thee. Sorry for my reading. So today starts day one of the shift devotional. I say that word a lot. I'm so sorry. It's where we change or shift from one point of our lives to another. One of the examples is when you was a child, you looked like a child, you acted like a child, you was able to take naps. I love naps. Oh my god. Oh, loved it. Anyways, you shifted or you changed from that child to who you are now. Be it from a teenager to an adult, to an older adult, to a young adult. You changed. You are no longer the person that you were at the age of 5 to the age of where you are now. You no longer look like that person. You no longer sound like that person. You have changed. I was not raised in a Christian household. I went to church. Some people had brought me to church, and I loved every minute of it. I grew up in that church, and I made friends there. At one point, I decided that I was going to walk away from my faith because I saw what everybody else was doing, and I wasn't really making that many friends because, I wasn't raised, I didn't have a household that, was raised in a Christian. I was made fun of daily, even in my own home. I was made of daily of it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live for the world then. I'm going to destroy this person. I'm going to destroy this Christian person of myself. And I'm just going to, go do my own thing. And I did. And I shifted from being that godly person that I was and wanting to be on fire for God and wanted to go to church and wanted to go to do churchy things and all of this. I wanted to do all that. And then I shifted from that to doing things my own way. I hit a brick wall. I kept wanting to find the end of this rope and just was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep going. And it just kept going from bad to worse, and then it goes back to bad, and it's just like a ping pong kind of thing. And then another shift happened where I wanted to go back to my faith. I wanted to be able to talk freely about my faith and be the same person that I was when I talked about him boldly. I talked about God. I talked about Jesus. I talked about everything. I was so ready. I wanted to keep doing it. And when thinking back on it now, I realized that I loved every bit of that. I missed it so much. I missed being able to go and want to enjoy a church service, enjoy church activities, and do these fun things. I wanted to do all of it, and I didn't realize how much I missed it until another shift happened of me wanting to come back. The shifts and the changes of your life changes going all over the place. Like, you can be a baby Christian today, and then 2 years from now, or even a year from now, you can be a completely different person. You could be stronger in your faith. You could be stronger about and passionate about talking about Jesus and talking about what he has done in your life. You could be that change. But you have to want that change. You have to want to strive to want that. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." I wanted to be of the world. I wanted to be able to party. I wanted to be able to drink. I wanted to be able to be my own person. And I was like, that is a good idea. And everybody accepted me. Everybody was like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, let's keep going. But in reality, not one of them encouraged me, and not one of them was there when I didn't have any of them when I went to church. When they didn't accept me, then they didn't care about what I had to say. They didn't care about anything. They were just like, oh, but because I was of them, they were like, yeah, awesome. And going back, doing this shift and going back to my faith and being more comfortable and talking about God, talking about Jesus and everything that he's done for me, I've noticed another shift, that the friends that I have, they don't accept that. They have their own little quirky ways of saying, oh, well, but then God puts people in my life that also is encouraging me. And when I say something, they're like, you want to check that right quick? And it's like, oh, you know what? Yes. But that is good. It's good to have people to be accountable, to hold you accountable to staying where you are. Because where I wasn't helping me. It was harming me. Where I'm at now, where I want to be, is more better, and I absolutely love it, because I was born in a very negative household. I had negativity all around me, and people, every time I did something that messed up, they were Johnny on the spot telling me exactly what I did wrong. But with these people in my life, they're encouraging me in a loving way, and they love me the way I am. I am not the typical Christian that people want to label you as. They button up one that sit there and has the, every single time you step out, oh, you shouldn't be doing that kind of thing. And that's what a lot of people, that's their definition of what a Christian is. They don't think that a Christian can have fun. They don't think a Christian can sit there and joke around and do all those things. We had this conversation yesterday. To be a fact, this girl, people was like, she went into a room and they're like, something was said, and they're like, you're not really a good girl. And she was taken back by it. Like, how can you say that about me? But because she laughs and jokes around, she has fun. And because of that, they perceive her as a wannabe Christian. And it's like, so you don't think we can have fun? You don't think we have what? I love the videos on TikTok where there's a pastor having fun. He's, engaging, and he uses it to point people to God. There are a bunch of Christian creators on TikTok that does just that, and I love every last one of them because they do that. So today, I asked you, are you going through a change? And if so, follow along with me and we'll do it together. God bless.